You know, there's something to be said for a town's landmarks, especially those with a legacy.
In Bethany Beach, that's the Addy Sea. It's been there since the beginning and remains a relevant chapter in Bethany's story 120 years later.
Delmarva Life's Katie Zarelli takes us there.
An inn with a deep-rooted history and one that's as close to the ocean as it gets.
There is not another inn like us on the eastern seaboard.
The Addy Sea has enchanted folks checking in and out for decades. 3 floors, 12 rooms, each one different from the other. Views that take your breath away, morning meals with the richest of flavor, and a charm that, quite simply, has never changed.
I hope I look as good as she does when I'm 120.
LeRoy Gravatte III is the inn's proprietor. As a boy, he lived across the street from the Addy Sea and dreamt of calling it his own.
I said, I hope that when I grow up someday, that I will be able to afford a property like that.
In 1974, he was able, and he and the wife did it. Turning it into the elegant bed and breakfast it is today was a labor of love. It took time, money, and a whole lot of help, but all of that was worth it.
I was scared, sure I was, yeah.
Now, for so many who enjoy visiting the area, it's a home away from home.
A lot of our guests come and they say, we'll never buy a vacation home in Bethany because we have the Addy Sea.
Can't you picture yourself waking up in a room like this one, breathing in the morning air, gazing upon the restless sea?
If you have such a beautiful view of the waves rolling in from the east, and it's the elevation. There's no radio towers in front of you. You know, it's so quiet. You can sit there and listen to the waves kiss the shore.
Now take your sleepy self for a walk downstairs. Grab that invigorating first cup of coffee and sit down for a breakfast that'll satisfy your appetite.
Well, I love their cinnamon rolls. They make the best cinnamon rolls. I love the waffles.
Waffles?
Yes, ma'am.
Yum.
The waffles are second to none.
And your soul.
People sit pretty, in the dining room together and they'll talk, or on the porch, or, and we found guests that have found each other here and will book year after year, making sure that they're all here at the same time.
When you stay at the Addy Sea, you've got your own private walkway to the water. You just come out the front door, take a few sandy steps, and there it is, the beautiful Bethany Beach. Salty air that's soothing no matter the season.
Walking on the beach in a sweatshirt and having no one there and just being able to really appreciate it.
A magical description by innkeeper Sherene Gravatte that would get anyone here in months beyond the summer. The Addy Sea is only closed in January, and that's for renovations. This was, of course, one of the first houses built in town.
To have this house still standing and being in use and people can come and enjoy it, it just means, means everything.
In fact, Sherene says members of the founding family, the Addys, still stay here from time to time. A building that's got more years and stories than any of us continues to delight familiar friends and new faces.
It just goes to show you that the old things that we have, we seem to treasure more and more in these times and these days. And the people have a certain core love for old things.
And this old thing has a lot of life left.
We're not going anywhere. The ocean has to take us.
So here's to the next 120 years.
The Addy Sea is for guests 21 and older, but it is open for children during certain events. If you're curious about booking a stay, you can find a link to Addy Sea's website on DelmarvaLife.com.